Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 24th of February 2024 and today, for the first time in what feels like quite a while, we're off Battersea International Stadium. It is Gateshead versus Oxford City in the National League. Now of course, of late it feels as though we've been on the road almost eternally with some very long trips thrown in within there, but some great results today. Can we transfer that form back onto our own patch? Let's get into this and find out. So here I'm in Gateshead and going into this game this afternoon, Oxford City are rock bottom of the National League table, 10 points adrift of safety. It's highly unlikely that they're going to stay up, so it's looking like an immediate return to the National League South for them. But I've watched Gateshead long enough to know that this is the sort of game where in the past, like I said the other night, where we've been pretty notorious for slipping up in. I think back to Nuneaton in the 2014-15 season under Gary Mills, North Ferriby in the 2016-17 season under Neil Aspin, Blythe in 2019-20, all of which were bottom of the league or near enough, and came to the International Stadium and won. Plus as well, it's probably no hidden secret that if we are to secure ourselves a place in those playoffs, then the home form is absolutely something that we've got to work on. But speaking of Gateshead, we are now in 6th place in the National League table following Tuesday night's 2-0 win down at Kidderminster, and today, by the end of play day, we could be as high as 4th or as low as 8th realistically. I think there is one team like 9th or something, but I don't think they're going to overturn a pretty hefty goal difference. So all in all, you'd have to say in an extremely good position just now, and with every chance of getting in the playoffs. And I mean, despite all that I've just said about the fact we do maybe struggle a little bit at home compared to away, and our pretty bad record against teams from near the bottom of the division, you do have to say, you do have to maybe back us and have some degree of confidence anyway. So it's going to be a really interesting game this afternoon. Oxford, despite their lowly position, do have a goal or two in them. Obviously the main problem is that the more than flying in at the other end as well. In recent weeks they've conceded 7 to Dagenham and Redbridge and 5 to Eastleigh, so maybe a confidence issue for them on. And I know it was always going to be pretty difficult for them, really, no disrespect, small club coming into this division. You could maybe argue punching above their weight. So I mean, all in all, you've got to respect it really. They have come in and had a go, and look at it, I've still had some very good results throughout the course of this season, so I'm taking absolutely nothing for granted today. I think we've got to be professional. We can't underestimate them in any way. We've got to respect them, obviously not respect them too much, but still take heed of the threats that they could potentially cause us. So it's one of those where if we win, get the job done, then that is just the main thing. But just make sure that we're not naive and potentially cause ourselves some self-inflicted damage. So let's on down to the International Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's just warming up at Oxford City, getting ready in this half as the away teams always do. I think they may be in a red away strip this afternoon. Of course, the usual colours would be like blue and white hoops. Anyway, Gateshead are getting ready just here, of course, going to be in our usual white and black home strip as we always are at the International Stadium. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match.
How are the lads?
In the box.
Don't know where to get it. What destroy? Don't look like us eyes. What Go on! Hit it! What story?
Not singing that song.
Go on, son!
Oh!
I'm sorry, George.
Damn! Go on! Hit it! Seconds, go on! Go on!
Don't know why he's giving it, but he's indicating a push. Leo's just...
I know where you're going to meet your last two stairs, aren't you?
Hurry, Hannah!
Come on. Come on! You're that guy up there! Come on! Come on!
Get the lesson to put it on.
Oxford are down to 10 men, second bucket ball. Block going away with a free kick. Well, let's just hope we don't do what we usually do against 10 men. Go on, Hanno.
Shoot, man!
Where? Yes, I'm going to be.
I wouldn't have that.
3 times they've been told
Hit it!
Shoot!
What story? Yeah! We need to be sure the crowd the board you play.
Poland! Incompetence! Poland!
Half-time, Gateshead 1, Oxford City 0. Oxford actually started the game quite well, got at us a couple of times, forced Monty into a couple of saves, but in all fairness, he did deal with them quite solidly. But I think once we've found our rhythm, we've actually played pretty well and could and possibly even should have had maybe one or two more. Obviously, we were rewarded a penalty. It's funny, isn't it? Last season, the season before, we couldn't get a penalty for love nor money. Now it seems we're getting one every other week, but I'm certainly not going to complain about that. Then obviously from there, they had a couple of chances. They went down to 10 men, a second bookable offence, and from there started to apply the low block a little bit, and maybe found it a bit tricky to break that down. I think they're maybe just looking to just do that and just see when they can possibly hit us on the counter attack. So it's important that we do stay aware to that. But all in all, so far, yeah, I'd say we are in a fair amount of control of this game. But I do feel as though we maybe need that second goal, and I think if we do go 2-0 up, that should just about do it. But yeah, up to now we are winning, and that is the main thing.
What was that? Go on! Go on! Of added time at the end of this game, 4 minutes. Go short on the Jordan! Go on! Yes! What? Fucking tickled in anger. Go on! Now he's playing fucking the point. Are we going to rule where it's like if you're 3 up you can do whatever you want? Good story! Oh, no. Go on! Storyline! Yeah! Get it! Come on! Woo! Come on! Full-time Gateshead 4, Oxford City 0. Not going to lie, it does feel good to leave the international stadium knowing that I genuinely did enjoy myself on the pitch and off the pitch. It was excellent today. I thought, yeah, it was just a really nice atmosphere in that stand, and and I think on the pitch we maybe saw what we've been seeing in the away games, and we finally transferred that to the international stage. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Oxford probably will finish bottom of the league, and bottom of the league by quite a distance, I'm afraid to say, but all the same, you still got a job to do when you played them, and we did that really well today, I thought. Obviously, Marcus Tananga finally getting a hat-trick for us, and he's really come into his own. I think since we brought Dejuan Brown and Kane Adom into the club, I think that's maybe given him the lift that he's needed, and they were maybe starting to once again see the Marcus Tananga that we saw when he first came to the club and in the first part of this season. But we are absolutely on a roll now. That is now 5 wins from the last 6 games, 2 clean sheets this week, like an absolute hatful of goals within those games as well. So yeah, it's certainly looking good at the minute. We're now up to 5th in the National League table, so we're long may this good run continue. I believe we might actually now have a bit of daylight between ourselves and the chasing pack a little bit, so that's always a great help, isn't it? So yeah, just got to take it one step at a time. Obviously, in the next week we've got 2 pretty long journeys ahead. I mean, personally, I won't be out walking on Tuesday night when you've got a full-time job and things like that, and it was always going to be a case of one or the other between Woking and Kidderminster to take a couple of half days, and I picked Kidderminster. I mean, I obviously don't regret my decision. I had a fantastic time down at Kidderminster, but yeah, that's going to be a tricky game then next Saturday away to Boreham Woods, which I will be at, so looking forward to that one. Thankfully not the same level of stress getting there as it often is when you go to games that are in around London, because I don't need to get the tube or anything like that. Just out at King's Cross, across the road to St Pancras, via a trip to the German gymnasium, which I'm certainly looking forward to trying out. So it's all good at the minute. Yeah, I'm just so glad that finally I can leave a home game having genuinely enjoyed my day. I think that's been something that I've been wanting to happen for quite some time. There's been a few times of late where I've left and I've maybe questioned it a little bit, but certainly no doubts about that today. And yeah, on we go. It's been a good day. I've said that a couple of times, but we've won the game convincingly. I've had a good day in the stand, we've had a laugh and that, so let's hope that the remaining home games can be just like that. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Tuesday night with Sunderland RCA versus Guisborough Town. So a huge contrast in terms of the form book going into that game. Sunderland RCA really struggling, Guisborough absolutely on fire. But before I do leave this video today, I would just like to give the final word to Gateshead supporter Fred Locker, who has sadly passed away at the age of 84. A familiar face to everyone at the International Stadium, a great Heed fan, and a pretty keen watcher of my videos as well. He'd always come back with some really positive feedback on the Heed Army group on Facebook, so he's going to be a huge miss, it's safe to say. But if any of his family or friends are watching, if there's anything that myself or any of the other Gateshead supporters can do to help in any way, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. But until Tuesday, take care, cheers for watching, enjoy the rest of your weekend, see you later.